This is CMU Stewart here with another game of War Chest, this time in the Raccoon Cup 95, Round 3 versus NowahT. Here he starts by banning Berserker, and I ban Mercenary as just the two best units. Then I lead with Knight and Bishop after Noah takes Herald. I've heard this called the Holy War combo, or the Crusades, but really what it does is create an awkward spot for your opponent where they get punished regardless of whether or not they bolster or don't bolster their units, assuming you can get Knight and Bishop active in the same region of the board. The Noah takes a crossbow and footman here, which I actually find a little bit surprising. I think he's got a soft spot for footman. I would have taken probably ensign or archer here over footman, but I will take ensign and lancer here because with the ensign I can reposition the lancer, and it's actually decently well placed against both archer and crossbowman, which Noah will have despite being a relatively garbage tier unit. I deployed Lancer on the right to challenge the ranged unit placement that's likely to come on that right side. I don't love leaving Lancer alone on the right side, but the only way to avoid that here is to recruit with Knight, which I chose not to do. Noah spies away my Lancer, which reshuffles my bag. I get to use the ensign to make the same move I'd have made with the Lancer anyway. It feels like a wash. Here, I move the bishop forward knowing that 60% of the time I'm going to lose a coin to a herald attack. Got enough spare coins to bolster and renew my attack though. Taking that point the herald is on, I think is mandatory for victory, as I'm unable to exert pressure on the right side at all. I push my luck here and move on to the point. Noah has a 1 in 3 chance of redrawing crossbow and closing off most routes to victory. Against a worse player, he might not have taken that gamble. Against a better player, I feel okay rolling the dice. He whiffs, I kill the crossbow, and then get to move my knight into position on the left side. I considered moving ensign into the point, but want to control the leftmost point with the knight as soon as possible to open up the possibility of redeploying that knight to defend a point on the right side of the board in the future. I recruit a knight here to capture in the next bag and then I'm going to move the bishop toward the unclaimed point next to the archer. Noah is going to be forced to spend an archer and 2 footman coins to move onto and flip the lancer point, leaving him out of place to defend the point that is next to the archer. I draw a perfect hand here, which is going to end the game. If I had drawn something like ensign, lancer, and royal coin, and Noah has the royal coin, an archer, and a footman, I think he could have turned the game around. As is, I'm able to just flip the points into definitely my first victory against Noah.